Breaking this morning, a lawsuit filed against Indianapolis Public Schools, their superintendent, a teacher, and even more people. The parent of a special needs 7-year-old seeks a jury trial now over accusations that her son was being beaten at school. This is one video the family attorneys obtained of the second grader. They say was attacked at IPS School 87.
I'm trying to.
That's how you get him.
Mess with me.
Saying, get him.
Don't mess with me.
Attorneys Catherine Michael and Tammy Meyer represent the family of the child and joins us live to detail how this video was uncovered, what is happening now, and just to start off, you two, what in the world is going on? How did this happen? Kind of take us back to the beginning, but starting with the video specifically.
Yeah, so the video only came to light when a parent went in for a parent-teacher conference, and the teacher inadvertently showed her a video on his phone where she could hear the teacher saying, "Get him." And her child had been complaining throughout the school year that he was being abused at school, that he was being allowed to be held down, having his head beaten, having his head slammed into desks. And like most parents, you initially are thinking, can this really be happening in our schools? That's what this mom thought. She went to the vice principal. She went to countless parent-teacher meetings trying to find out what's going on. And what she eventually discovered is what her child was telling her was accurate. And he was subject to a pattern of abuse for over 3 months.
Tammy, jump in here and tell me a little bit about this. DCS substantiated the claims now, but they were not contacted at first, it doesn't sound like, until the parent said, I've seen the video, you need to do something.
Right, yeah, they should have been contacted long before that.
Yeah, so what is the family wanting right now?
Well, they'd like justice.
Yeah.
They want this exposed. You know, one thing we're talking about, and it's been in the news recently, is the new law that was just signed into place about not allowing cell phones in classrooms. Imagine if someone hadn't have had a cell phone here. So in this instance, it was the teacher that had the phone. But we've been talking in the news about, do students have the right to have a phone? And if they don't, how can we ensure they're safe?
That's a good point. I want to talk a little bit about what you know so far about this teacher. Julius Jonikin is not facing any kind of charges. What do you know about him, and what should we know about this kind of behavior in your opinion?
Well, first of all, what it shows is that administrators need to be in these classrooms. They need to be taking allegations of abuse seriously. He was a first-year teacher. Allegations of abuse were being reported to administrators. When this came out, he was allowed to resign. What's worse is that when an aide was questioned by the principal, who we believe also saw some of this, her response was, they're bad kids. That's what you do. So we know this was being used as a disciplinary measure. If you didn't turn in your homework or if something else happened, you were going to get pummeled. Your head was allowed to be slammed to the desk by other children. And so that's what's really reprehensible. And that goes to Tammy and I's fear here. We get a lot of cases in which other children, seeing a child get abused in a classroom, have recorded it. Most of those cases don't make it to the news. And our real concern is, are we allowing a lot of abuse going on in these classrooms? And actually, now that abuse is going to be hidden.
I only have about 30 seconds, but I think part of the other thing that's really mortifying to me is, if it's true, is where the complaint states that the little boy was told that he basically had a demon inside of him, that he was some type of devil, and that he needed to be baptized and have holy water poured over him. That is in the complaint. That's the accusation. Can you back that up?
Yeah, that was what the child was coming home and telling his mother, that he was being told that he could be possessed by Satan, that he needed holy water put on him. Now, 7-year-olds typically don't make this up and report it, right? He reported that more than one person said that. Now, we don't have video of that, and people have denied it. But 7-year-olds typically don't make up stories that they're being told they're demonically possessed their head is being slammed into desks unless that's actually happening. And now we have documentation that it was.
Okay, we appreciate the two of you coming in and starting this conversation. We're going to continue to follow it. I also reached out to multiple people, including IPS, and here's what they said. Indianapolis Public Schools does not tolerate the type of behavior alleged in the complaint and takes reports of potential abuse and neglect seriously. When IPS learned of the teacher's conduct, the Department of Child Services was immediately notified, and the teacher was removed from the classroom and suspended. The teacher had no further contact with students and is no longer employed by IPS. Because the matter is the subject of pending litigation, it is inappropriate to comment further on our investigation of this matter. And of course, we will find out, we've reached out to the prosecutor to find out if charges were thought of in this case, to see if that's going to be moving forward and where the teacher is now, and if we can talk to him to hear his side of the story. We appreciate both of you. It's